Hi guys. Thank you so much for being here. And now we were going uh, uh, to recap. Wait a minute. Wait, guys. Just wait for a moment. I'm going to my screen. I was not in my screen. Wait a. Okay. And also, I'm going to open my uh, Facebook so that I can see my. Uh, oh, it's already 21 views over there. And I believe that my husband sharing um my link. So thank you so much, the Lemon Seminary. And is my sound good? Wait a minute. I'm going to hear my sound on. Oh, okay, I got it. Have sound. Okay, now. Okay. Yesterday, I'm sorry for I haven't do another live streaming after the third one because I have um I do things for my cats during the time, and I wasn't able to do live video again because after taking care of my cats, I feel so sleepy, so I did sleep, and then when I wake up, I have this other things that need to be done, so I do that, and also of course I need to you know to be with my habibi, to be with my hubby, to uh yeah, to watch movie. I think we watch movie or we watch his his game. So but anyway, um okay. Yesterday, um if you remember that we read an article or a tools for us to know something, to have this uh uh idea how to do Bible study. And and wait a minute. I was this. I am distracted. I just noticed I don't have my wedding ring here. So maybe anyway. So anyway, my wedding ring is maybe somewhere. I anyway. Never mind. Um, it's just somewhere. So the reason being, we cannot understand when we read our Bible. We have lack of understanding on it because we the article that we are reading yesterday telling us that we are not we know how to read. We can read, I should say, we can read, but we don't know how to read properly, right? And also, uh, when we read a book, especially the Bible, we don't know what to look for. Kung ano yung ating hinahanap, bakit nat, I'm sorry, I was talking Tagalog. We don't know we don't know what we are looking for when we read the Bible. Sometimes or usually people, especially the beginners or the people reading the Bible, they are looking verses that can enlighten them, with their experience, so when they interpret or when they if they're going to understand the Bible, they are going to base on experience. So we have yesterday we we I showed you the things how to do observation and what discipline that we are going through in order for us to understand the Bible properly when we read it. Okay, so as I remember, the first one thing is the how we read, like thoughtful reading. When we read the Bible, we need to focus on it thoughtfully. That when our eyes reading the Bible, and it should be like our mind is working already, not just reading, because we all can read, but the problem is we don't know how to read properly, right? And also, as what I said earlier, that we don't know what we are looking for when we read the Bible. So the discipline that we need to do is thoughtfully reading the Bible. I'm going to open the documents. uh, Okay. First is thoughtfully, and the second is repeatedly. Read the Bible repeatedly, you know. And third is read the Bible patiently. you know, Patiently. Fourth, read the Bible inquisitively. And fifth, read the Bible prayerfully. That's the most important thing. That when we read the Bible, we need to pray first, in order for us that God will lead us. Will give us wisdom to understand His word. And six is read the Bible mediate meditate meditatively. Me- Meditatively. So we need to, when we read the Bible, we need to, uh, do those things. We need to discipline ourselves, and by disciplining ourselves, we need to do those things. So, and in we have this number six, that read the Bible, meditate, because on Joshua chapter 1 verse 8 says, "This book of the law shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate on it." When? Day and night. So it says, you know, did I share my screen already? Wait a minute. I am in a wrong place, I think. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, okay. I think this one. Okay, I got. Oh my goodness. I was in a wrong place. So I think, why I already share my screen over there, which that I don't even share my screen here over here. So okay, I think I'm there now. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen now in order for me to continue what I was sharing with you, the article that we need you know, to read in order for us to have an idea how to do the observation. So we are, wait a minute, we are share screen. So share screen. Guys, be aware, okay? Because I'm still growing on StreamYard. I'm still growing, or uh, knowing StreamYards. So entire screen, and highlight it and share. Okay, I think I'm already sharing my screen. Okay, so yesterday I was sharing this. Observe the structure. So we finished all of this. It shows us the connectives words, and we already I already showed you the uh, chart. And yeah, this is the connectives, and I already explained that. So if you want to know, to those first viewer, you can go to my channel, and what's the second view, the third part of the video, and you can you can you will know what is the what anyway. So I'm trying, I'm distracted, I'm trying to find the things. Okay, here we go. Okay, this time I'm going to show you the structure between paragraphs. So between literary structure. Yesterday we have grammar, grammatical structure. So yesterday we have grammatical structure, and this time we were going to have literary structure. So uh, I'm going this in order for us to know what we are going to do when we are doing Bible study on our own. So what is this literary structure? So in a literary structure, this stage of observing structure takes note of the relationship between paragraph are related to one another according to set laws of structure. The following chart, which I'm going to show you, will illustrate the laws of structure that govern the relationship between paragraph. So here are the laws of structure. Laws of structure. The law is cause and effect, climax, comparison, contrast, condition, correlation, explanation, or reason, interchange. So how to how to understand the paragraph that it says interchange, and introduction or summary, or pivot pivot, and proportion, purpose, question and answer. I like this one because it's already it's easy to find. And repetition, and specific to general. So I also mentioned that specific general in my previous video. So the law the laws of structure, the cause and effect, the description of it is one event, concept, or action which causes another. So cause and effect. So if when we read the verse that have this cause, like okay, there is first Samuel again, the example of the the cause and effect. So you can that the key term, we can know if it is cause and effect if we can see the word, the key term, like therefore, so, then, as a result. So if we see these words, it means that possibly that's a cause and effect. So we can see that on 2 Samuel chapter 11. So also the climax. The description of climax is when progression of ideas which climb to a certain high point, then descend. So so you can read 2 Samuel 11 also. So comparison, the description is identifying two or more elements which are alike or similar. So when we compare a statements, so you can the key term is like, to, or also, and as. And you can see the example of verses is on Psalm chapter 1 verse 3. So next, when in the future, okay, why it's so hard? In the future, we were going to examine this verse in order for us to have an idea what is cause and effect. What is cause and effect? So I'm going to write down that. I may forget, or never mind. I just rewatch this video. Okay, and so in the future, I will be doing that in order before doing descriptive summary or observing the text. We were going to do these things so that we can have an idea what is climax is in visual. Okay, in visual, not just reading this. So when we go there, we can know the what is the essence, or the picture of the climax, which is what is the picture of the climax, the picture of comparison in the text. So we can do all of that in the future. So to observe, so okay, guys, you already. I'm going to slow down to scroll up so that when you rewatch this video, you can, you can read on your own the description of the laws of structure, which is cause and effect, climax, comparison, etc. So I'm going to slow down my scrolling, and so that when you are doing observation and want to have an idea how to observe and about the structure of the liturgical liturgical literary structure. I'm sorry if I make you dizzy. Literary structure, then you're going to just visit this video and post 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 the video and then read these things. So, okay, I think that's enough. So, to observe the law of structure between paragraph, draw a chart that has one column for each paragraph that you are studying. So this is like a pattern that when we are going to do this, so this is the things that I am going to show you. Oh my goodness. So when we are doing this thing, this a law of structure, to observe this verse, for example, Acts 1:18, we are going to observe the law of structure between paragraph. I need to draw a chart that has one column for each paragraph that you are studying. Okay, what if just or not paragraph, just the verse? So anyway, we were going to figure that out. So, but it says in a paragraph, so we were going to paragraph then. But before we going to that paragraph, I'm going to show you. I hope I can remember and note down this. I'm going to show you the cut, you know, as what I said, I think the second video I said that in Greek, the before it's like I think the original, they don't have period, as what I know, okay? Correct me if I'm wrong. They don't. They are like no period, no commas, no like this. So for this time, the Bible scholar and the Greek, the New Testament is Greek language, right? So the Bible scholar put that comma, put that they already put the comma, the period in Greek lang in Greek, in Greek Bible. Because the Old Testament is Hebrew and the New Testament is Greek, and we have this Bible on our own, like 66 books, the Bible that we can read, that we are reading. So it's translation from the Greek. So our translation, they already put the translation in English order, enable us to understand, because in Greek, when we read the Greek one, the Greek English, like specific word by word in English, we cannot totally understand it because it's different, organized. uh, Organized, is that correct term? But anyway, different way of writings. For example, the Chinese, they are reading opposite way, right? Or also in Hebrew, right? They are reading from right to side, but we are reading left to right. So anyway, so that's what I mean by that. So that's why we can read, if those who know, studying Greek, like the Filipinas that the Lehman Seminary had, like me, and like the other Filipinas. studying Greek already, so we can point out what is the period over there, because, or the semicolon, because they have this sign, the sign of period. The Bible scholar, the translator, they already put that there. So anyway, just sharing my thoughts. Okay, so I hope you understand what I mean by that. So anyway, so to observe the love structure between paragraph, draw a chart that has one column for each paragraph that you are studying. Give a title to each paragraph. So, what I'm understand this is like descriptive summary, and then uh, when we do the descriptive summary, like you read the whole paragraph one sitting, and then close your eyes and try to understand that passage, and get one sentence or phrase or whatever, or how the shortest is the shortest title is the good is the best thing. So if you summarize the paragraph, you need to make this title on it, that the main point the main point of what you are reading in that one paragraph, that is your title. So so anyway, you can see that on the Bible translation, right? Uh, on the Bible, you can see that in the Bible. Give a title to each paragraph and a brief description. Janet, like the Lemon Seminary said, continue reading because your explanation is already in there. Okay, and then the people can learn much better because of this. Give a title to each paragraph. I just want to share my thoughts. So, and a brief description of what's in the paragraph. The brief description. So you are doing descriptive summary in that one paragraph. Then use the above categories. Oh, this one. We can use this one. Which one? Is that purpose, that, and so we were going that. So it's more fun. It's more fun fun to do this. Really, it's so you can enjoy. It's you can enjoy doing that because you challenge yourself. So anyway, and also the first thing is your relationship with God. When you know His words, it's over. I feel like so, and I feel like, oh Lord, thank you so much. I have this. I got this. Like that kind of feeling. So anyway, so then use the above categories to label the relationship between the paragraph. If you are examining a larger unit of scripture, follow the above direction using chapters instead of paragraph. Okay. When you realize literary structure, be aware of the kind of material that the author is using to effect structure. So what material? Wait a minute. Do I have? I'm going to stop sharing screen. Do I have my sound? I think don't have sound. So I'm going to I'm going to put sound on it. Sound. I am daydreaming, right? So daydreaming. I'm just daydreaming. Okay. So I hope this is not so loud. Okay, I can hear it. Okay, go back to yeah, I like it. Okay. So we are going back. I'm going to share my screen now and uh oh, I'm going to share my screen. Uh Share screen, highlight, and share. Oh no, that's not it. Okay, now you can. I think you can see now, right? I'm waiting uh for my other my video. So I think, do I'm sharing now? I did not share. So what's happening? I'm sorry, guys. I think I need to stop sharing because I shared a wrong one. Oh my goodness, I shared a wrong one. So, okay. Share again. Guys, be aware. Share screen and entire. Okay. I got it. Whew. And highlight and share. Okay. Now, I think I am doing right now. I am doing okay, I got it. Oh Lord, thank you. And so when you realize literary structure, be aware of the kind of material that the author is using to effect structure. There are at least five different kinds of material that an author uses to structure his account. Oh, guys, I think we're going to see the five general materials now. So, when you analyze literary structure, be aware of the kind of material that the author is using to effect structure. There are at least five different kinds of material that an author uses to structure this account. So these are okay. Now here we go. Biographical. So biographical, geographical, historical, chronological, ideological or logical. So, ideological or logical. So, biographical material is talk about person. Biographical. I already have this in my previous video, but I'm going to uh, uh, have this again this time, just to to review. Biographical material talks about person. Persons are often used to effect structure in a text. For instance, Genesis 12:50, Genesis chapter 12 to 50 focuses on the lives of four patriarchs: Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Joseph. It is Genesis 12, chapter 12 up to chapter 50. Okay. He is emphasizing the okay, never mind. Geographical material, it talks about places. Places are also used to effect structure in a text. For instance, many commentators think the synoptic gospel are arranged according to a geographical structure. Jesus' birth and ministry in Galilee, his move south into Judea, and final ministry farther south in Jerusalem. So we can see this thing when we the when we read the gospels, like Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. So, in historical material, it talks about events. So, events are often used to effect structure in a text. For instance, in John, there are 7 key miracles that affect structure in that gospel. So, so, so we can see that you already we can see that when we read the book of John, right? It talks about the events. So, and the chronological material, it talks about time. The time element may be employed to affect materials. Hi, Sis Luz. Good to see you. And anyway, the time elements may be employed to affect structure. a chronological structure might be marked by the repetition of key terms like then, and then, and then. So that's a chronological material talks about time. When we see then that talks about time. So uh, next, ideological or logical material, it talks about concept or ideas or concept. So ideas or concept are used on many occasions to affect structural relations. Most of Paul's letters are unified in this regard. Paul makes logical arguments in his letters to make his point. If you know Paul's, you already know what it means. What is what it means. As you begin to observe, as we begin to observe the law of structure between paragraph, take note of what kind of material you are dealing with. Is it biographical, geographical, historical, chronological, or ideological, uh, or logical, and uh, or ideological and logical? Letter C. So now we are. He explains already what we are going to do. Okay, so please be aware of what we just read, because it's helpful for us when we read the Bible. So we need to, you know, thoughtfully. So we are going to apply that thoughtfully. Okay. When we are going to read the Bible, and we need not to forget all what we are doing or what we are reading this time, because it's very helpful. But people like me before, I cannot grasp that this statement. I cannot grasp until I can see the Layman Seminary to do it. So when he do it, then I got the idea how to do it. So I need to practice. I need to do it practice, especially reading. I need to close my eyes. When I read, I need to close my eyes, enable me to grasp the meaning of the text. So now we are going to have observe the literary form. Take note of what literary form or genre. So when we said literary form, when I don't really understand this before, but when the Lehman Seminary told me about genre, tell me uh, what kind of genre this movie is. This movie. So he asked me before. So what movie did you like the most? So I told him Tagalog movies. But I forgot what movie that I told him, and then he asked me that what genre, what types of genre is that? Comedy? Is that action? Is that drama? So what kind of genre, or what kind of movie you love to watch? That kind of thing. So take note of the literary form or genre you are dealing with. The literary form of the material will radically affect one's interpretation. There are at least 5 kinds of literary form in the Bible. Oh, we are going to find out what are those. So first, discourse and logical literature. This category includes all writings that involve a presentation of ideas in argumentative form. So yeah, argumentative. It's like fighting discussion, like this what debate. Or we can argumentative form, like a movie, like crime, and then going to the court, to deal with this crime. So that's an argumentative, because we are going to fight our client. If I'm an attorney, the side of my clients, to argue that he is not the one who do this. So, but in the Bible, it is on epistles, psalms of the prophetic, sermon. So anyway, guys, I'm sharing my thoughts is because I tried, uh, it means that I understand what I'm reading. Okay, I understand what I'm reading. So now we're going back to read the the articles, or the tools. I called this tools for us to understand how to do the Bible on our own. So these are the ideas that we are going to grasp in order to know what we are going to do when we are doing observation. So, this category includes all writings that involve a presentation of ideas in argumentative form, the epistles, some of the prophetic sermons, and the longer discourses of Jesus may be placed in this classification. This type of literature appeals primarily to the intellect. This material has a logical development. In order to interpret it correctly, one must take note of the author's rational method. So, okay. Uh, okay. Two, prose narrative. What is prose narrative? This is the most common literary form in the Bible. It communicates theological history in the form of in the form of stories and biographical sketches. This type of literature appeals primarily to the imagination and the emotion of the reader. Therefore, to understand it requires you therefore to understand it requires using one's imagination. So guys, this is the application. When we read, we need to use our imagination. When we read the book, use our imagination while we are reading the book. So it should also be remembered that prose narrative often contains some details which are not too significant for exposition, but rather just give color to the story. Therefore, when one approaches prose narrative, one must be careful to press andali every detail. One should make this a distinction between that which is essential and that which is ornamental. Or ornamental is just, it's not necessary. It's just make the color. Yeah, what it says, it's just to make a color to the story. So anyway, number three is poetry. Scriptural poetry has three main characteristics. First, it utilizes figurative language. Second, it is emotional in nature. Third, it employs a literary device called parallelism. There are various types of parallelism, like synonyms, and antithetic, and synthetic, etc. Therefore, one should remember that the poet employs flexible language and that he expresses feeling rather than rigid logical concept. For this reason, one will treat the Psalms much differently than the letters of Paul. Poetry often employs highly figurative language rather than logical arguments as are found in Paul's writing. Next, drama and dramatic prose. This is closely related to poetry. The dramatic method involves the personification, particularization, and vivid description of events or ideas for the sake of their moving effect. In view of these facts, one must determine whether a writer is speaking in terms of actual history or whether he is using the dramatic approach to make more striking the truth he is conveying. 5. Parabolic literature. The parabolic form employs the use of analogy. It uses a story to illustrate a spiritual truth. Thus, a parable consists of two parts: the spiritual truth that is being illustrated and the brief narrative that is placed beside to illustrate it. One should not press every detail of a parabolic story to correspond to a spiritual truth. Usually, a parable only makes one main point. Next, D. Observe the atmosphere. The fourth element in the observing process is that of atmosphere. By atmosphere, it means the underlying tone or spirit of a passage, which, though intangible, is nevertheless real. Some of the moods by which a person may be characterized are those of despair, thanksgiving, awe, urgency, joy, humility, or tenderness. So, we need to observe that kind of atmosphere. At times, the mood of a passage cannot be determined until the reader has engaged seriously in the process of interpretation. On the other hand, it is often true that through observation will reveal its underlying atmosphere. In any case, until one has discovered the mood of a portion of scripture, one has not come into vital contact with its author's mind and spirit. It should be noted that some passages may involve a combination of various modes. In fact, there may be a drastic change of atmosphere within one unit of scripture. Therefore, one should be careful to observe all of the atmospheric elements of a passage. Oh, I'm done? Okay. Okay. So we have this interpretation now. So all of what we are just doing is all about observation. So when we do observation, we need to be focused on what of what we just read, how to observe the atmosphere, observe the parabolic literature, drama, and the genre of the story, especially the letter of Paul. Paul. Is that poetry, So we need to identify, we need to observe what this book is all about, especially this kinds of literary form, the genre of the book, uh, and the what was that? The structural of the book. What kind of structure of this book? And we have the terms. We need to observe also the terms. So guys, I think I need to plan the plane right now. And next to do the live streaming, I'm going to schedule so that I may have a discipline to, discipline myself to do the streaming, because if I'm not schedule the streaming, I may not, I'm just, maybe later, maybe I'm doing this thing first before doing live streaming, like that kind of thing. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And okay, so So part of doing Bible study is to observe. So what we are just doing, what we are just did, or I just did, is under the observation. So when we observe the book that we are going to read, we need to have this, the literary form, the grammatical, the connectives, those kinds of things. So now, guys, thank you so much for being with me, and I appreciate that, supporting and encourage me to go to do further this, sharing how to do, how the way I study my Bible. So next streaming, I'm going to schedule, and guys, see you next time, and have resurrection, blessed resurrection day, and have a blessed day. Bye for now, and hi, Lemon Seminary. um okay, so I need to land the plane now, so now, but before that, again, happy resurrection day. And okay, I'm going to thank God that we have this resurrection day, and because of this, we know that someone died on the cross in order for us to have eternal life. So I thank God, uh, Jesus Christ, that He gave us hope to, that our lives on this earth is not, when, when we die, it's the end, which is, it is not. So Jesus, what Jesus doing on the cross is giving us hope, because he took our sins, he saves us. So when we believe that, of what Jesus did on the cross, and of his work and his promise is eternal life. So when we if we believe that, then we are saved, we are with him, uh, eternally. So when we die, our life is just starting, okay? Because this life is just temporary. So our everlasting life is the other side. There is the other side. So we were going to meet Jesus on the other side. So, because of what he did. So Jesus, Jesus came down in order for us to come with him, to meet also, you know, to meet God the Father, because that's what he said. He said, "No one will come. I am. No one will come to the Father except through Jesus Christ." Right? When Jesus said that, "I am the way, the truth, and the life," no one can come to the Father except through him, through Jesus Christ, right? So he said that, so we can hold that kind of hope, that kind of life in the future, that with Jesus, with God. Okay, so yeah, so happy again, happy Resurrection Sunday, and have a blessed Resurrection Day. And now I'm going to land the plane, and the plane is on the ground. God bless, guys. Have a blessed resurrection.